Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I feel like I need more lipstick. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Need to put some more lipstick on. It's all about the lips. All about the lips. The lips. So welcome. Welcome, everybody. My name is Mary Jane Tracy, psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, coming to you with a 411 for today. And yes, we have a lot today. It's a I'm going to say it's a high stress day. I've even astrologers who don't like to be like, there's astrologers that just want to make everything all fluffy all the time and just make things like, just everything's all rosy. Just look over here. It's all great. A lot of the astrologers that are doing there like, today's a really intense day. And I like to listen to many different astrologers, and hearing their points of view and their what their look at with the cosmic waves. So take their weekly view and stuff like that, and I compare it to my own little notes that I have, and then doing my little dailies. And the ones that I really love and trust have all said that this is a week of cray cray. And watching how the United States pulled out of Afghanistan today or yesterday, just watching that, was really the conclusion of this hammer of Thor that was coming down, which is going to really hit tomorrow with the sun. But this was really bringing in a lot of feelings of emotions of endings, like renouncing, sacrifice, pain, moral, ambiguous. And this is where I write it down. I can't even say the word. It's about willpower, anger. This is everything all coming down at once. Oh, nice outfit, nice socks, looking snazzy. High five. Thank you. All of this energy coming down. And it is an ending. It is an ending. It's Mars standing at the shoreline of Neptune, and he can't fight it. It's so large, the ocean, and there is Mars standing there. And it's looking at all of this, looking at the vastness of what is before us. And it might feel very large, very overwhelming. And we got to be cautious of our escapism. The thing is with this Neptune energy that's coming in, and it's strong, like it's very prevalent, that is saying you can't, it's not a time for escape. This is time to come in to feeling the anger. This is a time of renouncing things that you're done with. You're done with things. You're done with certain aspects of your life. And it's time to look at, there was a lot of sacrifice that you've done, but this enormous ocean, this enormous, it's like, no, I'm it's I'm gonna compare it to the United States and Afghanistan. We're done. 20 years, we're done. The sacrifices that were made and the sacrifices that are still to be made because of it all are enormous. And there's that's the energy of today, of looking within our own lives, of what is that sacrifice that is to be made. And this morning I talked about a story of a Celtic story. And did I write their names now? Yeah, Cuchulainn and Ymir. It's a Celtic legend of how about him going off to war, and her always staying by his side. Always, like, she married her when she was very, very young, and it was, he wanted to go out and make a name for himself, and he did. But it is that of her having, the end of that story is, where she has to denounce something in order for him to live. She has to denounce this of what she what is hers. It's like I have to denounce who I am because it no longer serves me. It's no longer serving what I need to do. And it's done. And in doing that, in arena, there's pain. There's pain in it. And it's where there's coming in with indifference with it because it's not easy. And that's where we're at right now with the energies. This is where the heavens are coming down, and this is where the planets are telling you, okay, let's take a look at things, and let's start looking and asking questions. Let's start looking at what maybe there's situations in your life that you're like, this doesn't make sense. I need to ask questions. I need to negotiate. I need to talk about this. So this isn't a time of hiding away at all, where the planets aren't going to let you hide away. We have where, as Mercury is in, he wants to balance things out. He wants to bring things into some sort of balance, some formation of understanding of what is happening in the world, of what is happening in his world. And he's looking at Venus, and Venus is saying, wow, she's at home. She doesn't answer to anybody. Venus is at home. She doesn't have to answer to anybody. Neptune is at home. He doesn't have to answer to anybody, neither does Saturn. And here's Mars wanting answers, wanting to get things done, wanting to get out there, push forward. He's the fastest moving planet out there. He wants to have, and there he stands at the foot of the ocean of saying, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't get this done. This isn't, it's, the relationship is over, or the relationship is like, I can't work at it this way anymore. We have to find a new way of doing this. This is where you're looking at a project that you might have been working on, or something that you've been doing for a long time, and you're like, I can't do this anymore. It's done. I have to look at things in a new way and head into a new direction. So this is a day of where you really, really have to watch for the escapism that's there. I'm going to bring out some not angel cards, fairy cards. And this is really a day of looking at what direction you want to start heading towards in your life. And maybe it's a new direction. Maybe you don't know. And that's the other part too. But it's not a day to escape. This is really, if you know somebody and they seem a little bit off, maybe reach out to them to say, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? Maybe they're feeling very overwhelmed with everything in their life at this time, and they just need to talk. So this is really a great day to reach out. And I pull out love life with the fairies. So love life. So a lot of your questions that you might be asking at this time involves something to do with your love life, something to do with what you want in life, right? So, which is, it could be changing, for the better right now. And, a lot of times people are like, oh, well, does that mean I'm going to meet my loved one? Well, could be, I cannot say, but it is where something is definitely changing there. There's a change that's coming up. And that you have to look at the love that's in your life. What is it that you love? And some people think it's in human form, but is it? It could be something greater, right? I'm thinking of vows. So a lot to do with vows, of renewing some kind of vow. So there's vows, or something to do with vows being renewed. And when I do karmic release, we are very cautious of the word vow, because vow means I am doing this. To break that is huge. And this is where I find especially when women take the man's last name, then all of that of what you are doing is under that name. This is why I think it's really cool when people change their name or go back to their maiden name, because that is the ending of whatever that was. So whatever name, let's say you got divorced and you're still holding on to his last name. There's power in changing your last name because you're also ending that karma with that last name and going into your maiden name. So there's some power there that you take, even when people change their name. So when you change your name, where there's a power in it, there's a power shift that happens. So you're breaking some vows, you're breaking agreements that were made. So this is also looking at what agreements that you've made that are now have to be changed or completed. And in completing them, that means you got to change your direction, change in what you are doing in order for that new energy to come in. And then comes the Four of Crystals, which is it is the Four of Pentacles. Which is you have there's some sort of celebration. It's lovely little beaver there, or otter, but it's that safety, it's that control. I'm gonna say it's a beaver because it's making beavers make a very secure dam, so making something of security. So there is something that's coming in with the love life, but it's going to bring in some security for you. So the change that is coming in is bringing you in something that is really beautiful. But is there a sacrifice to make? Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. Yeah, there is a sacrifice. The sacrifice is you having to let go of the old life, let go of what no longer serves you, so you can go into the new way. Let go of that old vow, that no longer serves you. You're done with it. You served your time. Now you're moving on to something new. And it is surrendering. It's surrendering to that power. And that's what Mars has to do. He has to surrender to the powers of that ocean and say, okay, I'm done. This is where it's over. And in what direction do I need to go into? Whoa. So the direction I got awakening, which is it is renewal, but the direction is that it is reversed. It's the peacock and it's reversed. So it is this awakening, but it's the direction that you want to go into. Maybe it's not known yet. Maybe you don't know the exact direction that you need to go into at this time. So you have to take some moments. You have to sit in this sit in this dilemma and this ambiguity. And that's really where Neptune is, the ambiguity, and sit in this. And it is that moral compass that falls, and maybe the moral compass is falling short with all of this because you have to say goodbye to it and go into a new direction. But you have to sit, and you have to sit in the pain, and you have to sit in the anger in order for you to really be able to go forward. And if you're not sitting in it, if you're not embracing it, and that you're going towards escapism, because Neptune will there's that too, then you're not releasing what needs to be released. And it's sitting in, it's feeling those feelings of hatred. It's feeling those feelings of anger. It's feeling those those dark, what we call the dark energies. It's feeling them to release them, to be aware of them, not to fear them. When you fear them, you give them power. You give the anger power. You give the hate power. But when you feel them and you say, yeah, I'm feeling this. And why am I feeling this? Why, what is going on? That is where the freedom is. It's on the other side of all of that. But many come in and say, well, I'm immune to that. I can't, that doesn't bother me. That's not my thing. It's okay. That's somebody else's. That's nothing. Okay. I remember years ago, someone said, I don't get angry. Okay. That scares me. That scares me. Or I don't dislike anybody. Okay. All right. That's odd, but that's wonderful. I'm glad. And then I ask questions like, tell me, how can you be that way? How can you not like, And it's like, because I get curious, I want to know, so I want to know this so I can help other people who feel the hate, who are very angry at their parents or their siblings or their boss or their ex or whoever it is, that they're angry at it, they're angry at you know the injustice of the world or things like that. So how can you get to this place where you just, you feel no pain, you feel that you're okay? And then when you start talking and you get to the layers, then you find that, there's a little bit of pain there. Yeah, there's a little bit of anger there. And they're afraid of it because it's like, well, if I let that anger out, because it might, I'm going to be a horrible person. No, you're not going to be a horrible person. You're going to be human. And you got to let go of the perfectionism. And you got to embrace the beauty. You got to embrace the beauty of what the storm brings. And that's where we're at. We got to embrace that beauty of what the storm brings. And there's chaos and, what's happening in Louisiana right now, right? I mean, that's chaos. That's craziness. They have no power in parts of Louisiana. And it's painful. It's painful to see that. It's painful to see what they're going through. It doesn't feel like it's as bad as what it was 16 years ago, but still. So this is an awakening. This is a time of us awakening to look at. It is a renewal. It is an enlightenment. When the awakening is reversed, it's our lack of vision, our stagnation, our disappointment. That's what it is. We're stagnant. We're indecisive. Self-doubt. We're lacking faith. We're lacking faith that it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel that pain. It's okay that, yeah, I'm really angry at that person because he was a dipshit and an asshole. And I was hurt. That's where this is coming in. It's coming in to say we have to face that in order for we to have the clarity to step into the love and the joy and the peace and the transitioning that's coming forth. We have to feel all the emotions, the cleansing, and it is this cleansing that's coming in is healing, but it's a lot and it's aggressive. And it is an aggressive healing that we are going to be going through. And a lot of people are going to be upset and they're going to be angry and they're going to be overwhelmed with it. And they're going to escape and they don't want to deal with it. And it may be to a point that it's just so obscure, so crazy that that can't be. That just can't be. But it's the truth. And then we step forward and we say, oh my God, that's fucked. And then we look in and we're like, yeah, that is really fucked. But we step into the power and the joy and the glory of it all. And through that, we have the 8 of shells.
Aria hurt her leg on the dog park.
I know, I saw that. She needs some pain stuff. So the 8 of shells, Aria hurt her leg at the dog park. She was playing and it looks like she sprained her leg. Poor puppy. So send out healings for the puppy. This is also where this transition is, where Virgo rules animals, right? It rules pets. So this is also where you'll probably be seeing a lot of people with their pets passing over or pets injured and things like that. So crazy things like that happen when the sun's in Virgo. So just an FYI, just adding more to the craziness that's here. But with this 8 of shells, the quest of renewal, it's the fear of change and the lack of courage and self-worth. So when the 8 of shells being reversed, we're fearful of the change. We're fearful of what's coming forward. And we're lacking the faith of trust in God that things are going to be good and we're going to go to the highest good. Like trusting, and that's where Neptune comes in. You got to trust in God, trust in the goddess, trust that things are going to work out in amongst the craziness of the storms. And it might not seem that way. You might be feeling that you're at wit's end at the end of the storm and everything is fucked up. But it's in that where change happens. It's in that fucked upness. It's in that craziness. That's where the change happens. Change doesn't happen when everything's glorious, when everything's wonderful. It doesn't happen because you don't want, everything's going good. It happens when the chaos and the craziness comes in and shows you in your face and saying, look at what's going on. Are you seeing this in your life? Are you questioning? Are you questioning that person who's giving you the information and you know it doesn't feel right? Huge cleansing, and I started talking about this earlier that, got to start cleansing, got to start grounding. Well, here we go. We're coming into some huge cleansing and we're coming through with it as we're going into September and October. It's a huge cleansing and transformational time for us. And stepping at the shore, you step at the shore of the water and you bless it. You bless it. And you ask for blessings of love and light and pure source energy, and you bless it. And you thank the water. You thank for the water for the healing. You thank the water for all that it's giving you in the life source it has. You thank that for the nourishment and the transformation that it brings, because that's what the water does. In with all of this air and this energy that's there. And the moon is void off course. The moon is out of bounds right now. So the moon's just gone off. It's like, whew, I ain't doing any of this shit anymore. So that causes even more, because the moon is our internal goddess that comes in to speak to us, that says, come on, it's going to be okay. But this is a time where you're thinking, oh, fuck, give me that. I just need to, I need to escape in some, and you know what? If you do, you know what? Don't beat yourself up. Honor yourself. If you need to reach out and honor yourself. And through that all, do some research. Whatever you need to do some research. You need some more information, do some research. And that's going to help you to give you the faith and the understanding to go forward. So do some research. Maybe you need an anger management course. Maybe you need, my readings are on sale for $90. You need to book in a reading and we need to look at some things. Maybe you need to set up some coaching sessions, and we start some coaching sessions. So you start to look at things in your life of what you want to do and where you want to go. So there's things there for you. And my coaching sessions are really actually quite reasonably priced right now, where I just saw some coaching sessions in that for one person was like $3,500. I think she was charging. And hers is only 10 days, like 10 days or a weekend or something like that. And that's it. And it's $3,500. So, I mean, I would love to take her coaching classes, actually. I won't let out her name, but I would love to take her coaching classes because I think she's a very gifted woman. But this is where, standing in our power, definitely. Know that you're always protected, and the Lord and the Lady are always watching over and blessing you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. That you are a child of the universe. You are no less than the trees and the stars. You are a shining light within this universe, and you can never dim your light. Know that you are a blessed one and a beautiful one, and that you are worthy of taking this earth walk. And I am so happy that you are watching this now and watching the replay. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube page so that I can grow and expand and spread this news even further. So thank you so much for being a part of my day, and blessings to you all. Take a look. I have Journey Club coming up and chakra class coming up, all kinds of fun stuff coming up. So have a blessed one, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.